Canada, so that our schools can provide world-class higher education, postgraduate opportunities for students throughout India and beginning in the Punjab. So a step into a new curriculum, why would we want to explore that? What is it that makes that journey so important? It's very simple. India has become a global power, globally aware. The international credentials of education in India are clear. Now, many schools and school groups make this claim, don't they? When you drive around between cities, town to town in India, you'll always find the so-and-so international school. The International Academy of somewhere. But why are Learning Wings schools different? Because they are genuinely internationally minded. They are interculturally aware, even though in many of the schools there are no other foreign students. Our schools are multiculturally aware because multiculturalism is a foundation of the nation of India. The diversity of populations in India, whether it be Hindu, Muslim, Christian, or any other religion, are integrated in a way in India which is a model of what United Nations, united people, united culture should be. And in Learning Wings School, you will see that. Learning Wings have been at the forefront of working with Cambridge University Press and Cambridge University English programs to provide that globally aware, very high quality benchmark of success for students. Learning Wings has been at the forefront of developing the positive relationships and authorized programs for the IB, International Baccalaureate, and both the programs PYP and Diploma. Learning forefront of developing relationships with the British Council, and particularly the International Schools Award, so that you as educators and you and parents see the value of an outward-looking, globally aware curriculum where your children, our students, learn about the world in which they live, learn about their place in the world in which they live, but understand that it gives them an even higher expectation to succeed. For me, the great joy of international education are the simple things. Sharing food, seeing our students explore fashion, understanding the world of media, understanding the power of communication worldwide. I was reading yesterday that the chairman of the Reliance Group is going to invest billions of dollars to make India the most connected country in the world. Access to the internet for everybody. One big step for our organization is a great shift with our IT to empower young people, to empower teachers, to empower the administration, to use that great benefit that comes from anytime, anywhere access to learning through great platforms. And I very much look forward to your students sharing with you their renewed excitement about anytime, anywhere learning. I very much look forward to sharing with our teachers new, exciting, self-learning programs for you to upgrade your IT skills so that the cloud becomes our second home of learning, a place that's a repository of all your great work and an incubator for your great ideas. Collaboration in learning between students, between teachers and within our communities is the next big step. I'm going to finish with this. You will see here a new logo for Learning Wings. Learning Wings is forward-looking, it's dynamic. It's picking up on the best of the past, learning from the great traditions of education in India and all that's been pioneered within this group, and taking the opportunity to refresh its image with a new idea. It is bright, it's colourful, This is a moment to move forward with a new identity, a shared identity that we can all stand within and behind. So thank you so much for being here today. It's a great pleasure to be working with you. Thank you again to our visitors. Real pleasure to show you the schools. I'm so pleased for you to enjoy that time with us. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Alberta Education and Waterloo University delegation intends to bring various avenues to the purview of the students so as to stay abreast with the perspective of higher education. Also to overcome preconceived beliefs by sashaying true facts and instill a sense of self-awareness. So now I invite Mrs. Karuna Osman, Dean of International Admissions, Waterloo University, to share her insight.
Good morning, good afternoon actually. How is everybody? We need to have some energy in the room. My name is Karuna Osman. I definitely am not the Dean of Admissions for University of Waterloo, but however, I am a manager who travels 300 days interviewing students for University of Waterloo and making sure that they meet the criteria for admissions. So in that, in some strange way, makes me that position. But on my card, I would be called either the International Recruitment Manager or Recruitment Specialist, which makes me look at the transcript and be able to tell a student if they're able to get into University of Waterloo. This presentation is not specific to University of Waterloo. However, I will be using some examples from University of Waterloo. I'm here to speak about education in Canada. Canada is the most desired destination at this point by students in this region. There are many, many factors that are involved in this. Of course, Canada is a very healthy living place for children, very healthy living place for young people. And those are the things that should be in your mind. Oops, sorry. Everybody knows where Canada is, but just for the young people and students who are learning, we are in the Northern Hemisphere, and the landmass of Canada makes us the second largest country of the world with a very small population. How many people here have been to Canada? A few. But what is the symbolism in this particular slide? This is what I want to cover mostly. You will see there are different colors in our hands. If I was to really go to downtown Vancouver and ask 10 people to stop and take a picture of those 10 people, that will have some Chinese, some Indians, some Philippine students, somebody from Mexico, and some European students, and some students who are mixed. So Canada is a multicultural society. We are not a melting pot. We don't take everybody and make them into one country. We honor and respect and value the differences we bring to our country, to our culture. At present, 4 Indo-Canadians hold the highest position in our cabinet. Our security is in the hands of the person who 20 years ago made Canada his home, and he's a Sikh man. And he's fully dressed as a Sikh man. We don't expect you to lose your turban or to lose your hair or to become different. I've been in Canada for 46 years myself. I was at the age of 19 when I went to Canada, and I will tell you it has been a glorious place to live. We are 35 million, 35.2 to be exact, 10 provinces, 3 territories, very small population, aging population, 40% is over 50 years of age. We need you. We need the young blood. We need the young people to come in and study. We're smart, actually. We charge you to come and study and then stay back and be the taxpayers of Canada. A very stable democracy. Since 1867, there were only 4 provinces when it started. And we became total in 1949 by joining Newfoundland to our core dominion of Canada. So remember that we became a full country in 1949, a very young country. 1 in 5 Canadian is an immigrant. And we're talking about today's stats. Of course, 2 official languages, and you don't have to learn French to come to Canada. If you want to go to University of Montreal, or Laval, or LaSalle, of course you will need French. But if you want to go to McGill, or you want to go to Concordia, those are English-speaking universities in a French location. Our degrees are actually recognized. It doesn't matter whether you get a degree from North Island College, or from Grand McEwen University, or you get it from McGill. The value of this degree is equal. You can go to do your master's or PhD from that degree. There is not a single difference in the degree. What makes a university degree difference is the experience of that degree. So when you're studying at Waterloo, you're going to get a different experience, and that makes the value different. But the academic, the content is not different. Right now, the dollar is doing very badly, and that is making our education the most affordable in the world. The highest priced universities are United States, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and believe it or not, your neighbor UAE cost of education is higher than to study in Canada. This is the average fee that Canadians pay. I will tell you that McGill, Waterloo, Toronto will not be in this price range. It can go as high as $49,000 to $50,000, but there are other ways to reduce that cost. We are safe and healthy. There's insanity everywhere in the world. Last year you read about some innocent person standing at guard and was shot by an insane person. We have no control over insanity in humanity. It is there, but we do not aspire to the philosophy that everybody should have a gun, everybody has to be on guard. We live in communities where we walk and we are safe, and we are not only safe from humanity, we are safe from environment. Our environment is very clean. We make particular laws that keep it that way. And when you come to Canada, you will feel very welcome. You will feel that you're in a beautiful place where everything you do within the law is acceptable. Nobody's looking at you and saying, why are you wearing a hijab, or why are you wearing a turban? That is not our mode. Absolutely. I have recruiters who try to minimize that. I will never minimize that. We have beautiful, glorious 4 systems of weather. We love our snow and we love our spring. If you were to be in Victoria, Vancouver right now, everywhere you will find color. And in Alberta, you will find it in April and May. That's the difference. Central part of Canada is a bit longer in the length of winter, but we all have winter, and it is beautiful. This is how it looks like when the autumn colors come to Canada. So I'm going to discuss a little bit about the co-op program. Study work program, 6 terms of work, 8 terms of study. University of Waterloo has mastered that particular program. It has 3 big passes to it. You are going to have experience. We are going to tell the industry that this group of kids is coming for you. Graduates are coming. Right now, at this very moment, Microsoft Canada is hiring 60 students from University of Waterloo. And the child is also going to be able to make money, learn what it is to work. One of my students failed a co-op. And the reason he failed is not because he was not able to work. His work was beautiful. He just didn't realize that he was responsible for more than completing his own work. He had to go back and make some time and then pass, because he would leave early and come late. because he could do his work in shorter period of time. So he works for Deloitte right now, and he said to me, the best lesson was learned when I went to work and found out what it means to work. When I'm sitting with Mr. Bhatia, your chairman, and I look at him and I listen to what he's saying, the vision he has doesn't just come from working the hours and say I'm going home. It is continuous. It is always present, and that's what students learn in co-op. The responsibility of work extends beyond finishing a task. Scholarships are definitely available, and they're merit-based. They're not need-based. There are a few need-based scholarships, and I'm sure that we can discuss them one-on-one, but generally I would tell you that they're merit-based and given to a few people, but we have working scholarship in co-op. Campus life is wonderful, and it's not always like this. There's white snow in the winter time. It's beautiful. Students get along. They have clubs. We even have things like cheese club. We have Indian Bhangra dancing club. We have multicultural club. We have world plate club. So students will join and find their own niche group, and they can. Right now, the visas and etc. are very simple. 2 to 3 months maximum in preparation, and 6 weeks in the office of the visa officer, and you will get your visa. As long as you have the ability to prove that you're a bona fide student and you're going to Canada for the purpose of education, and you have enough funds to support yourself. Different places will tell you how to apply. I have put I'm a graduate from University of Alberta. My colleagues from Alberta can address these questions after the session. They can talk to you. Alberta is a wonderful place to learn. 5th in the university rankings, and number 1 in terms of the preparation for students to go into universities. Very proud to have the Alberta team here, and I want to tell you that admission requirements from different universities are different. This is your opportunity to make a difference. I want to stop here by saying all education systems are doing the right thing by you. If you're not able to make to a foreign country, the education you receive in India would be phenomenal. Make use of education. Never stop learning. Learning is a very good pathway to liberation, and I'm sure that you've seen many movies that talk about gender equality, etc. Here, a school of women here, I wanted to tell you that we are trying so hard to give gender equality in programs like engineering and computing science. And I'm glad to tell you that this year, we had 33% of our engineering class was females. So keep working hard and prepare for the journey ahead. Thank you for having me here. And I would like to end by thanking the administration, thanking Stuart. Where are you, Mr. Stuart? Ms. Dogra, I think you are phenomenal people, and thank you for doing this for us. Thank you, students.
Thank you, madam. Now I request Dr. Silvio Bismay to enlighten the August gathering with the perspective of higher education and sports.
Sorry about that. Hello, everyone. How are you today? Good? Excellent. Thank you again for having me. Thank you for the introduction. I'm excited to be here today to tell you a little bit about what Laurier has to offer. You can get the slideshow. One quick second. Technical difficulties. They always happen. We'll get going. I can. Okay, so while I get started, I'll introduce myself at least. Okay, so my name is Silvio Bessidang, and I'm here from Wilfrid Laurier University. To give you an idea what Wilfrid Laurier University is all about, we're actually in the same city as University of Waterloo, a world-class institution The ability to be in the same city allows us to have some world-class programs in partnership with University of Waterloo. It allows us to have partnerships with the local college, which is Conestoga College. And ultimately, what that means is we're able to get you from that education, the experience, to the job. And that's really important. To give you an idea about myself, I actually went to Wilfrid Laurier University. I'm a graduate. I'm very proud of it. I wear my pin right on my blazer here. I'm very excited to share my experience and to also talk about the opportunities that you have if you choose to attend Wilfrid Laurier University or any other university in Canada, because the experiences are very valuable to you. To give you an idea of what we're like, we have over 19,000 students. So in Canada, that actually makes us a mid-sized university. What we're very proud to have is the fact that even though we're that size, we still feel very small. What that means is we give you one-to-one attention. When it comes to applying to jobs, we do all of that for you. We have 4 different campuses, 2 for our master's programs, and then 2 for our undergraduate programs. One of the main campuses is in this, which unfortunately I can't show you a picture of right now, but we will shortly. And our other campus is in Brantford. And the idea there is we can give you different programs in the specific cities based on what you're interested in. If you want to do lots of volunteering, if you want to do placements, that's the types of things that we can do for you. When it comes to the actual programs that we offer, we have everything from liberal arts to the sciences, for any of you that want to go into computer science or want to become a doctor. We have programs in music. We're one of the top universities in Canada for music programs. We also have the Lazaridis School of Business and Economics. And the advantage of the Lazaridis School is the fact that it is named after Mike Lazaridis. Now, how many of you know of BlackBerry? Put up your hand if you've heard of BlackBerry. Okay? So BlackBerry's head office is in the city of Waterloo. Our School of Business and Economics is named in honor of Mike Lazaridis. Excellent. There we go. So, the other important thing here to mention is that we have almost 100,000 alumni. So that makes us a very strong community. If you're looking for jobs, we have lots of alumni doing some fantastic things. One of the books I have with me, it talks about our 100 top alumni that are around the world. They're involved with Bank of Canada, they're involved with worldwide players in technology, communications, banking, lawyers, etc. Give you an idea of the city of Waterloo. Some nice pictures for you. The advantage of studying in the city of Waterloo is you're not just a student, you're a member of a community. What that allows you to do is to explore and find the things that are important to you. You can be outdoors, you can participate in clubs on campus and off campus. If you're thinking about getting a part-time job, you should. That's what's going to help you get that position that you're really passionate about along the way. Our Brantford campus, very unique atmosphere there as well. And just to tell you a little bit about what's new, for any of you that are thinking about going into law, we have a joint program with the University of Sussex. Really unique program where you're able to shorten it by 1 full year and you're still able to practice law in Canada when you are finished. We already talked about Mike Lazaridis, and the excellence that comes along with that partnership is the fact that a lot of our students go to competitions and compete against other business schools. We have won more business case competitions than any other university in Canada, and we're very proud of that. We talked about the Faculty of Arts. Advantages here is you're able to figure out what you want to do by having an exploratory first year. That's a huge advantage. When it comes to adding things to your degree, you can do that by, if you are, let's say, interested in geography, sociology, history, you can add an option such as the management option, where you get some of the soft skills in business, and ultimately it makes you more valuable to an employer. Our Brantford campus has some really cool programs in the way that you can study criminology, you can study digital media and journalism, and that is where some of our Conestoga College partnerships come in. You're able to get a 4-year bachelor's degree and tack on a 1-year certificate, all still in just 4 years. That's a great opportunity for you. Faculty of Science, same idea here. We toured the schools around here, and the really cool thing was all of the students here get to do the exact same lab work that they'll be doing at the university level. So they're more than prepared for all of that. The exciting thing on the Lazaridis School of Business and Economics is the fact that, there we go, the fact that we have a very good partnership with the University of Waterloo, where students are able to earn 2 bachelor degrees in 5 years. The unique thing about that program is that there's also automatic co-op. So Ms. Karuna talked about the advantage of co-op, getting that work experience. Students doing the double degree do 20 months of co-op out of 5 years. Students doing the 4-year business degree do 12 months out of the 4-year education. That's what helps you get the job that you want. We've already talked a little bit about co-op, so we'll skip this. To give you an idea of what students actually make in their co-op terms, anywhere between $550 and $780 per week while they're working full-time for a real company. And some of the partnerships that we have great partnerships with accounting firms. We have a pathway process for the CPA, for anybody that's thinking of doing that. And then for any technology firms, being in the technology triangle of the North, which is what Waterloo is called sometimes, allows us to have great links into Google Canada, companies like Microsoft, Desire to Learn, BlackBerry, and so on. Laurier International. So one of the things that Canadian universities do very, very well for you is the fact that they take care of you. You will be picked up from the airport, for example. We will have make sure that what you're doing on campus, that it will lead you to where you want to be, that you're staying involved, that you're still succeeding in your academics. That's very important to us. It's important to your parents. It's important for everyone that's part of that support system. For those students that are thinking of getting that global perspective, they're already traveling to Canada for school. The cool thing is you can pay Laurier tuition and go to one of our 60 partnership institutions in 24 countries and continue your studies for 8 months, come back to Laurier, and you still graduate in the same amount of time that you would if you didn't do this. Great opportunity. From an admissions perspective, essentially, we're looking for very strong students. Our programs range from anywhere from the 75% to the low 90% averages. The important thing here is making sure that when you do apply, to make sure that you meet the qualifications for the program that you're thinking of. And I'm more than happy to answer questions about the specifics after the presentation. Another great thing that we offer, and you want to make sure, if you're thinking of doing potentially an MBA after, we have a pathway for the purpose of the MBA. The fantastic thing here is we help you with your GMAT scores. We make sure that you're ready to go into the MBA and to actually succeed to get the job that you're passionate about. On-campus jobs. Money is important. You want to make sure you have money to survive, to get food, to do some fun things, to go travel. The important thing that we do is we have over 1,000 campus jobs for you. Whether it's in service, personally, I worked as a lifeguard, for example. I refereed sports. It allowed me to pay for my education along the way. And schools in Canada will give you that opportunity. It's for you to take. From an athletics and recreation perspective, you can stay involved. The tour we received at the school here, I see that you as students and you as parents are supporting your children to get involved. Not just in academics, not just in student clubs, but also in that recreation part to make sure that they're well-developed, well-rounded individuals. That's something that we do as well, and we're very, very passionate for it as an institution. What else do you do outside the classroom? Lots of clubs, 175 student clubs. So the opportunities are there for you, whether it's a cricket club, whether it's the Harry Potter club. Lots of options. Trying to rush through. There we go. And how else do you get involved? We have a students' union. So what that is, they manage a multi-million-dollar budget. And what they do with that is they put on events throughout the year for students to make sure that they're staying involved, that they're getting relevant experience that's volunteer, and to make sure that in the end, when they sit down for a job interview, that they'll get the job that they're passionate about. And finally,
I'll be right over there at the end. If you have any specific questions about Laurier, about studying in Canada, I'm more than happy to answer them. But in the meantime, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure meeting you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. To instill a sense of self-awareness and knowledge, gratitude is happiness doubled. We invite our worthy chairman, Mr. Ajay Bhatia, deputy chairman, Mr. Deepak Bhatia, Mr. J.K. Kohli, executive director, Learning Links, to present the token of gratitude to Mr. Arvind Billings, Dr. Candice Jordan, Mr. Bevin Devin, and Dr. Silvio Beswick.